Guys, we're unboxing the Royal Gourmet 30-inch charcoal griller smoker combo coming up. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cooking with CJ. I'm CJ. And if you're a returning subscriber, part of CJ's crew, you know I love you. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that red subscribe button and the bell next to it so you get the alerts on all what we're doing here today. So what are we doing here today? Well, this is CJ, my CFO. Found some room in the budget for the cheapest offset smoker you can find out there. And when I tell you it's cheap, it was cheap. She's good at shopping, she's good at finding deals. This is the starter of the starter offset smokers. It's as cheap as can be. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna unbox this, put it together, and then we're going to burn a couple of these haystack fire starters in there. We're not gonna set a full-on fire in there. I'm gonna see where the smoke leaks out. So what I have here, I have two things. We're gonna kind of mod this a little bit, do some moderations on it. I know this is gonna leak smoke like a sieve, all right? I know it's not the best quality smoker, offset smoker, but I am not well versed in using a stick burner, okay? So I wanted to get something cheap, something I could just learn on, but I want it to work as best as possible. So I talked to my boy Kirby, you know, I talked to a couple of other guys in the group. Chef Johnny gave me the idea of getting a fire brick in there just to add some more heat, hold that heat in there. So we got this gasket right here, fire black, high temp barbecue smoker gasket. So we're gonna put this around the opening, all right? And then we got some high heat sealant in here, some lava lock. We're gonna put this around all the edges where we see the smoke come out. So let's get this built. We'll get these little fire starters burning in there so we can see where the smoke's gonna be leaking out. We'll fix those leaks. We'll get the fire brick in there and we'll get our first burn on it, all right? I know that was a big opening, but stick around. All right, guys, before we get started on this, I want to give a shout out to my boy, Joe Martinez from Smokin' Joe's Pit Barbecue. You know I got to rep the star. I appreciate it, Joe. All right, let's get into opening this thing. I'm going to crack this top open. Got Grandpa's pocket knife that I always carry. All right, why don't you come on over here? All right, guys, let's get this bad boy opened up. Eventually, we will be opening the instructions to make sure we put this together the right way. Where are my instructions? Got some grill grates here. See back there? All right. Some more grates. Put to the side. These are like the shelves. I tell you what, we don't need to see every piece that comes out of here. So let's get all this stuff out of the box. We'll get it laid out and we'll get this thing put together. Now I see why people pay to have these things put together. We have a bunch of pieces laid out. For me to film every little bit of me, you know, putting this there and screwing that there and all that, I think I'm gonna save you the time. There's a huge instruction manual right here. We're gonna use it. I know my unboxings don't always go to plan as far as using instructions, but something like this, I think we should definitely have the instructions going. All right, so once we get this built, we'll bring you back over here and then we'll start talking about the mods. We'll light the fires in there, see where the smoke's leaking out, and then we'll get going on this bad boy. All right, come on back. All right, guys, we're done. That took a lot longer than I was thinking it was gonna take. Now I definitely know why people have these things built. Went through a few of these, but we got our brand new smoker built. It's good stuff, man. This thing's huge. I mean, we could do what, 3 or 4 racks of ribs on that bad boy. The firebox here. We got some grates in here. We could do some heavy duty searing. I could definitely see where there's gonna be some leaks, okay? But we're gonna find out right now where they are. Like I said, we're gonna take 2 fire starters in here and then 1 in the firebox. And we're gonna see where the leaks are. All right, so let's get them started. I'm gonna move a grill grate. 1 in there, 1 there, and then 1 in the firebox. Got my cigar lighter in here. I'm gonna let these burn a hot second. Now let's close them down. Let's see where the smoke comes from. All right, guys, I got all 3 of those things lit. The only places I'm seeing smoke come out of are the chimney, and that's even very light. That's about it. So I think my next experiment will be, let's get some wood chips in there, get something burning real quick, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, I went and put a couple handfuls of cherry wood in there with 1 of the fire starters. I'm gonna close it back up and we'll see if any smoke comes out. Maybe this is a little bit better put together than I thought. But I've been letting this wood burn for quite a while now, and I don't, there's no smoke leaking out here. I don't feel, obviously there's heat coming from the firebox, but I don't, I feel it coming from here. Obviously the smoke's running through. I have it wide open, so maybe it won't be quite a mod right now. Maybe we'll do that next time. But I want to get the first cook going. So I'm gonna get some charcoal lit. We're gonna add that to the wood in there. I got a nice slab of spare ribs, so we're gonna get those on here and we'll have some dinner. All right, we got some charcoal burning. All right, so we just got 10 or 15 charcoal briquettes in there. All right, I'm gonna throw one chunk of hickory wood in there. Flue is wide open. All right, so I also put a little tin foil down on the grate, just so easy cleanup. All right, we're gonna shut this down. Got this wide open, got the other one wide open. We're gonna get rid of all that bad smoke. And then once we start seeing this turn a little blue, a little lighter, we'll throw the ribs on. Now that I'm got like a real fire going in there, got the hunk of wood going, I can see the gaps, all right? I can see the leaks in there. Right around this box right here, I can definitely see we need to put some of that felt in. I'm seeing it come through right there. So we'll put some felt underneath there. I'll show you all the mods we do before on the next video that we shoot something with this. I have my temperature probe in there just to make sure that the temps don't go too high or get too low. I'll add some wood if I need to. Smoke's getting clean. We'll add those ribs on. All right, let's get these ribs on. Got a nice little bit of smoke in there. These are just untrimmed spare ribs. Just didn't feel like trimming them up. So this isn't a rib video, but that's the first cook that's going on in here. Ribs will go down. We'll pay attention to the heat. We'll add more wood if we need to. Let's just let these things do their thing. I am starting way late in the day. This thing took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to take to build. So we may be finishing this up at night, but it is what it is. So we'll deal with the lighting issues then. It's looking pretty good. Guys, as you can see, it's much later. We've had these ribs on for about 4.5 hours now. My temperatures were fluctuating quite a bit. I think I still have a lot of work to do to learn how this thing is going to play out. I'm definitely in the next video we're going to do for this. When we get to the next video for this one, we're going to do the mods on it. We're going to seal everything up with all the stuff I showed earlier. All right. I was kind of misdirected on it when I just put a few little of those fire starters in there, and I thought that would be enough smoke to differentiate the leaks, if you will. That wasn't the case until I got a real fire in there, real wood, real smoke, and then I can see tons of them. I'll show you. You can see there's some leaks around the chimney, around the outsides, underneath the lid, and then of course around the firebox, which is all what I expected. But I already had some meat going on there, so I didn't want to try to mess with the mods right now. Right. But I think we're gonna have some fun on this. I'm excited to kind of learn how to do real offset smoking and barbecuing. And a couple of you guys in the chat were talking about how it's a left-handed smoker. with the offset. So of course it's not gonna work because it's on the left side. Most offsets are on the right side. It is screwing me up too, but I'm gonna get used to it. Thank you again to Joe for the shirt, and on the ribs, I'm using his Victory Lane Sweet Peach Rub. That was sent to me by him, so check him out. I'll put a link below to Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. I think that's it, guys. By the time I release this, it's gonna be Father's Day. So I hope y'all, all the fathers out there, hope you have a great day. I know being a father is one of the proudest accomplishments I've ever had in my life. I love my family, I love the kids. Trent's still my favorite, but don't tell the other ones. I'm saying that he's behind the camera right now. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for cooking with CJ. Take care.